When you enact non-normal behaviors for so long, they become the new normal. It's even worse when they're validated by other people who want to act that same way, knowing that they're isolated from any of the repercussions to their actions. So, I have a guest. I've asked New York Mayor Eric Adams to kind of show us around the mind and point out some off-putting internet behaviors that we tend to use to protect our shells and offer some suggestions on how we can break out of these negative habits.
When a person was cyberbullied right in front of my eyes, I realized how important my crusade is of removing illogical negative behavior from the internet. Hi, I'm New York Mayor Eric Adams, and for years I stood on the corner of the internet wearing a tinfoil hat protecting internet users from the negativity of their own behaviors in order to protect us from antisocial behavior. What I would like to show us is how we can search our minds in order to pick out where those bad behaviors lie, whether they be lurking under a well-meaning comment or a sarcastic retort. What I would like to show here is to empower individuals to search their own minds, to empower them to recognize bad behaviors within themselves. It's imperative that you should reflect on what's inside your mind. You ride the waves of your brains, and there's nothing that can stop you from checking your own mind for bad behavior. The message is that you expect yourself to be purporting yourself with honor, but you always have to inspect what you expect. So if you come to a mind like this, I always recommend to start out in a periodic fashion so you can be used to going through your mind to look for the various items of your mind. You can look inside a simple memory trap, and you can find traumatic memories that you had no clue you were hiding, and maybe even find that you jumped to conclusions too easily. It might bury yourself among a lot of normal memories to make this reaction seem normal. Look inside your perception space and ask yourself if what you are seeing is reality. Recognize that you might be assuming another person's point of view without properly asking them first. Look at your social zones and recognize you may be looking to hide your lack of knowledge behind popular quips or somewhat related anecdotes without understanding what they mean. Where there's smoke, there's possibly fire. Where there's a reaction, there's possibly a problem hidden within yourself. Run yourself through some of those knee-jerk reactions and look thoroughly. Maybe you might find there be hidden there a bunch of personal attacks rather than recognize that you might be wrong about something. My message to you, you have an obligation to being a good steward to the men and women you may meet on the internet. They have no obligation to put up with you being a snotty person. Stay safe and stay respectful out there.